Hello, welcome to Solston's Kitchen. So we're going to be following on from the butchery of the chicken. We're going to be making a beautiful piri roasted chicken breast with roast peppers and onions, served with a beautiful crunchy red slaw, corn on the cob and boiled rice. Okay, so to start we're going to make the slaw. We need half a carrot which we're going to grate into a bowl. So we've grated the carrot. So once the carrot's grated, we're going to finely slice half an onion. So just remove each side like that, which is where the onion joins. Will help you get a nice fine slice. Keep the point of the knife on the board, just to avoid you chopping your fingers off. Guide it with your finger. When you get to the point where it's becoming unstable, just turn it over. Finish cutting it like so. That's going to go in with the carrot. And then we're going to shred up the cabbage. So we don't want this core here, so we're going to remove that. Then we're going to finely shred this. So I'm going to split it into two, just to make it easier to cut. Same again, keep the point of the knife on the board. Just run the knife through the cabbage. We're going to add all this together. We're going to add a little bit of mayonnaise, a little bit of salt, and then we're going to pop that in the fridge while we cook the rest of the dish. This is a great thing to have in the fridge as a something to add to a meal. You know, it's red cabbage, great source of vitamins. Carrots help you see in the dark. Onions, again, onions are very underrated. Very high in all sorts of vitamins. So it's great. A little bit of mayonnaise, bit of fat's not too bad for you in your diet. So it's a great snack to have in the fridge if you make a little bit too much. Put it in a sandwich, whatever. Happy days, lovely. There we go. So to that we're going to add a nice big pinch of salt. Okay, so to that we're going to add 2 big tablespoons of full fat mayonnaise. Don't buy the light stuff, that's no good for anyone. So anyway, we're gonna mix this up. Might actually be easier to get in there with my hands rather than try and mess around with that little spoon. So, in fact, we're gonna put another spoon in there. So it's gonna be 3 big spoons of mayonnaise in there. There we go. Gonna get in there, give that a good mix, and then we're going to pop that in the fridge while we finish off the rest of the dish. So you've got half a carrot, half a red cabbage, half an onion, 3 big tablespoons of mayonnaise, and a good pinch of salt in there. I like to use the Malden sea salt rather than the normal table salt. Really nice salt. So there you have it, your beautiful red slaw, which is going to accompany our piri chicken. Okay, now we're going to prepare the roasted vegetables, which you're going to use as a base to cook the chicken on. So just roughly chop the other half of the onion. We're going to put that just into a nice baking tray. I'm going to chop up 1 red pepper. That's also going to go into the baking tray. And now we're going to make the rub to go onto the chicken. So, for that, We've got 15 grams of ginger, 2 cloves of garlic, lemon, honey, salt, paprika, cayenne pepper, chilli powder, and I've got some chilli flakes as well, just because I like it hot. But obviously if you don't like it hot, leave that out. And if you like it really hot, add more. Gauge it yourself. So all this is going to go into a bowl, and then we're going to use that to rub on the chicken. So we want a really, really finely chopped piece of ginger. So start by slicing it, slice it again until you end up with little matchsticks. And then we're just going to run the knife through them to create a nice fine dice. The other option is, if you have a pestle and mortar, you can put all these ingredients into a pestle and mortar and just grind them down to a nice paste. And just run the knife through again. Lovely. Same with the garlic, except we're going to actually end up crushing the garlic. So we're just going to run the knife through to create nice thin pieces. And then run it through again. Get it nice and roughly chopped. Then we're just going to add a large pinch of salt to that. The salt's going to help us to grind it, because it's going to create friction between the garlic and the knife and the board. Without the salt, you tend to find the garlic just moves and you can't actually start to puree it down. See, all the natural juices we probably can't see from there, but the natural juices are starting to come onto the board. They're coming out of the garlic. As soon as you start to really crush it and really get that nice and fine, you get this beautiful aroma from the garlic, and that's what we want. We want that, all those natural oils to come out of the garlic, so that we get that into our chicken. So there we've got a nice garlic puree. That's going to go in there as well. To that, we're going to add half a lemon juice. Just careful you don't get any seeds in it. And then to that, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of chilli powder. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of chilli flakes because I like it nice and hot. 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. And 1 teaspoon of paprika. Mix all that up. We have added a little bit of salt to crush the garlic, but we're going to add a little bit more. Nice little pinch in there. We're also going to add a nice drizzle of honey. Approximately 2 teaspoons worth going in there. Lovely. The honey is also going to help to make it a paste, but it's also going to, give it that sweetness. So you've got that's going to sort of not necessarily tame down the heat, but it's going to work with the heat to give you sort of hot, sweet, piri base for your chicken rub. And there we go. Beautiful. You can smell all the flavours there. You can really smell the garlic, the ginger, all the spices. So we're going to use that to rub on the chicken. So here we've got the 2 chicken breasts we took off the chicken carcass. We're just going to place them into the rub. Make sure we get a nice coating on these. Don't be scared. Get it on there. Lovely. Just sit this on top of the peppers and the onions. We're going to sit that on top of there. We're going to take a piece of tin foil, place that on top. What the tin foil is going to do is it's going to help to steam the chicken, which is going to keep it succulent. So as the vegetables and things start to cook down, they're going to release water. The water's then going to evaporate. It's going to hit the tin foil and come back down, which is going to create steam inside of the foil. Okay, so we're going to put the chicken in the oven for 30 minutes. After 20 minutes, we're going to remove the tin foil and just allow the moisture to evaporate, and then just get that nice caramelization on the chicken. So that's going in there, 220 degrees for 20 minutes, and then we're going to remove the tin foil. Okay, about 13 minutes before the chicken's due to come out, what we're going to do is we're going to drop 2 corn cobs into some boiling water. We're going to add a nice pinch of salt into there. We're going to boil them up for 3 minutes. Then we're just going to remove them, put them into a bowl, and then we're going to use that water to cook our rice. The corn's been in for 3 minutes, we're just going to take them out, sit them in a bowl. We're going to add 150 grams of rice to the boiling water. So that's going to take 10 minutes to cook. By that point the chicken will be cooked. We'll pass the rice off and we'll get everything plated up for a nice healthy meal. Okay, so that chicken's been in there now for 20 minutes, 220 degrees. We'll take that out. Take the cling film off, look at that, beautiful. So that's very nearly there. What we're going to do is we're just going to pop that back in the oven just for a little bit longer, just to get the caramelisation on the top. Obviously with the steam in there, it's not been able to caramelise. It's kept the chicken nice and succulent and moist, but what we want to do is just literally get a bit of caramelisation on the top and on some of those vegetables. Okay, so the rice has been on for 10 minutes. We're going to pass that through a sieve. You can see we've got a lovely caramelisation on there. Okay, so what we're going to do, get the rice. Rice can go on there, lovely. Chicken breast. Some of the nice caramelised vegetables. One piece of corn on the cob. We're going to finish it off with some of the red slaw we made earlier. There we go. So piri chicken, roast red peppers, onions, corn on the cob, rice and red slaw.